Alright guys, I'm going to show you two different ways to get started on your mandala. So the first thing I did, I just have a center line here, really light in pencil. You'll need that for the first method, but not so much at all for the second, but it'll just still be there. So the first thing I want to do is kind of create a little crosshair. So I have I'm just going to use my triangle, make sure it's perpendicular. Alright, now I'm going to use my compass, and this will be the center of your page. I recommend starting in the center of your page so that it looks good when you're all done. I'm going to again use this pen. Not as accurate, but hopefully you can see it better. Alright, so there I have my circle, and it's broken down into 4 sections right now. So I want to use my knowledge from bisecting an angle and chop these angles in half. So what I'm going to do is use the circle, which technically has already marked 2 marks equidistant from the vertex, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to go outside of my angle or circle and put an arc. I'll do the same thing over here. So this mark is now in the middle of this angle. So I can use that, bring it to the center, and now I can slice this into even pieces. So here we go, I'll do it again, one more time. Create my arc, and create another arc. Now you may have to do this outside of your paper. You know, you'll make it work depending on what you're working with. Then I put my pencil point in, make sure it's good. So now I have this broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. It's a great place to start. The next thing I could do is just start playing around with my compass. So maybe we'll go in here and I'll say, all right, I like that. Maybe I'll go here and put a mark. And I'll do that on every single one. And I'm just experimenting, just playing around, trying to not block the camera. So you can see how this is starting to take shape. I can play around and do different things. Maybe I want to, but I feel like I missed one. Alright, so now I'm going to see what would it look like if I took one from here and marked this. You know what, maybe I'll do it like that. I'm going to go there. I'm going to put a mark this way. And you can see how this thing would start to take shape. I could play around and make concentric rings. It's really up to me. The other method we're going to do you're going to start out right from your midpoint. Make sure it's in the center of your page so you get a good composition with your mandala. And I'm going to draw a circle. Now we're going to use Albert Durer's method of making a hexagon to walk this out. So without changing my radius, I'm moving it up to this point. I'm going to put a mark here and a mark over here. Now I'm going to take my compass and bring it to those 2 marks. Try to be as precise as possible. See, I'm getting off a little bit. But there we go. I walked around. It should have matched up. And now what I can do is I can use all those points so now that was a terrible line, but you get the idea, hopefully. So I have an 8-section mandala and a 6-section mandala. Now I could do the same thing I did for that one, but here I'm going to show you the graphite transfer. So I'm going to play around a little bit and just make one concentric ring, just so I can have a little bit more structure. Okay, and then I'm going to take my tracing paper and I'm going to design something in here. So I don't know what it's going to be. You know, maybe I'll create something a little more abstract. Maybe I like the mountains. Maybe I like the ocean, right? So I'm going to just try to design something that I can has some meaning to myself. Let's see here. Let's try and balance it out a little bit. All right, so I designed one little section, and now what I can do is take some tracing paper if you have it. If not, you could use a window or anything, but use what you got. And I'm going to trace this, and I'm pressing pretty hard with my pencil. And notice I marked the slices of the pie. Okay, so now I have this piece, I have it there, I'm going to flip it over, line it up. If it doesn't fit perfect, just make it work. And what I'm doing right now is I'm transferring the pencil that I put on the one side onto my paper. Hence it's called a graphite transfer. Now that may be hard for you to see, but I can go in and I have that exact design ready to go and load it up. Sharpen my pencil. Right, and then I can take the same thing and I'll just flip it again. It'll make it match up. Now you could do as detailed of a drawing as you want here. I mean, it could really be anything. I just did some random shapes. But yours is going to be way more meaningful. And I'm just trying to make sure I do not move the paper around. Alright, and you can see how I could work my way around.